You're very welcome back. Now, according to some, the national hunt season was dominated by the big money yards of Willie Mullins and Gordon Elliott, battling it out for the prize of champion trainer.
But our next guest had just as remarkable a year, saddling both the Cheltenham Gold Cup and Irish Grand National winners and many more, and flying the flag for female trainers in what is predominantly a male world. Jessica Harrington, it's lovely to have you here. And
Hi, Jessica.
I bet that sort of annoys you to be saying flying the flag for female trainers, because you know, I know you've been asked about this before, but do you even see yourself in that light?
Well, not really. We're all trainers, and just the fact that I happen to be female, and you know, we would be in the minority, and I suppose that's what people latch onto.
You're 30 odd years now in terms of training specifically. Like, did you ever find difficulties when you were making your way in that world? Has it ever been an issue that you found?
When I started off, it was quite funny because it was actually when I got my public licence, was about 28 years ago, and the owners would ring up. I think I've said this before, and they would rather speak to Johnny, my husband, rather than me, because man to man. And of course, Johnny was working in the bloodstock agency at the time, and he hadn't a clue what was going on in the yard. So he said, well, actually, I don't know. What are the horses practically dead or alive? I don't know. So anyway, people got used to talking to me, and I got taught, basically then just as an equal.
This is the thing. It is like in all sport. It's meritocracy. For example, I was speaking to Katie Walsh before the Grand National, and I put the same sort of question to her. And she, she finished third in the Grand National, the highest ever female jockey to finish. She was the only female jockey in this year. But she kind of brushed it off. She was just like, look, I'm a jockey. There's lads that it's hard for to get a ride as well in a big race like this. It's a meritocratic system, really, isn't it? Oh,
it is. And we all start at the same, and it's just as hard for anyone else starting off. A young trainer now starting off, a male trainer. He's got to prove himself, and it is, as we say, you're only as good as your last winner, and winners is what puts you on the map, and people then say, oh, I might send a horse to that trainer or this trainer. And, and it's the old adage, success breeds success.
Tell us about a typical day, Jessica, because we were talking about it during the break. Your girls are involved as well, and it's all about mucking in, really, and being able to do so many different things.
Yeah, it is. Like, I'm lucky because I've got great help. I've got Emma runs the office, and she also does a lot outside. She organises all the staff. Kate does all the lists, and she rides out every day. And she's always organising jockeys to come in and ride out. And, they all have. And then in the afternoons, she would work in the yard and see everything is done to the horses. And then I'm very lucky I have Eamon, who actually was working for Johnny before I married him. So as he keeps telling me, I was here before her.
It's a good sign when people stay with you for that amount of time. But it's passion, isn't it? It's not a job.
It's a passion. You've got to love it. We don't shut the door at 5:30 on a Friday afternoon and head off to the pub and say, bye-bye, we'll see you on Monday morning. We work all weekends. Horses are, 7 days a week. Mainly, we're sort of almost like we're in the entertainment business, because most of the big race meetings are always on Saturdays and Sundays, so we work weekends.
And you talked about success breeding success, Jessica. You've had successes in the past. Moscow Flyer obviously been the biggest name in the past. But this year, did it completely defy all expectations, the run you've had?
Well, really, yes, because it didn't really kick off until Christmas, when our Duke, he won a Grade 1 at Christmas, Novice Chase, and that sort of started the ball rolling. And then we'd run Sizing John yet again to be beaten by Duvan. Finished second to him. I think it was about the 5th time he'd been second and twice third to him. And it was Robert Parr who said to me, he said, step him up in trip. And that's what happened. We went to...
Robbie the jockey.
Robbie the jockey, yeah. I always call him Robert, and everyone else calls him Robbie. I've known him since he was about knee-high to a grasshopper, so I always still call him Robert.
What a moment that must have been.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was the Irish Gold Cup, or the English one, because we won, first of all, we went and then we won the Irish Gold Cup, which I'd never, in Leopardstown, which I'd never even had a runner in before. And that was proving that he stayed 3 miles, which was great. And then, to go to the Gold Cup in Cheltenham again, which I'd never had a runner in, and to win that was just...
We're seeing Cheltenham now.
It was just magical, that. It really was. You can't believe the buzz and everything
The emotion.
Yeah. You know, suddenly when they were coming down the hill, I thought, oh my God, I think I'm going to be placed in a Gold Cup.
Yeah.
And then I suddenly realised he was going really well. And I just couldn't believe it. I think you could have heard me in Moon, the amount of shouting.
Yeah. do you have an inkling with a horse like that? You say, obviously, it was only in the weeks and months leading up to Cheltenham that you decided to race him over that distance. But do you have an inkling that this could happen, or are you literally there on the day, you know?
You sort of,
like
you know,
winning the raffle.
Well, everything had gone well up to the race, you know, and we'd had a good lead into it. He'd won his last 2 races. He'd come out of the races really well. We were very happy with him. He seemed to be in good form. And then you need the luck of the race. You know, you've got to have a bit of luck. You know, horses can fall in front of you. You know, anything can happen in a race. You know, loose horse can take you out.
And that's what makes it so exciting as well for punters, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
That excitement, the unpredictable.
Yeah, there is always the unpredictable. You know, and horses also are like humans. They can have off days. And, you know, unfortunately, they can't tell you if they're having an off day.
This is something I wanted to ask you about. You know, so you have a year like this where it's all success, but you know all about the downside with horses. And I'm talking about your previous life as an eventer. You go to the Olympics in 1984 with your horse, one of the greatest things that can happen to any sports person. And the horse is lame and you can't ride in the Olympics.
Yeah, but like
what was that like?
Well, it's like, I tell you, when it actually happens, it's like being hit in the middle of your stomach, right in the middle there, and oh, it's just gone. And the disappointment is huge. It is huge. But look, it happens to everybody. You know, it happens to all athletes and all, you know, jockeys gets disappointments. Everybody gets disappointments. And the thing to do is pick yourself up and carry on and say, right, I've done that. I've got as near as that once. Let's try again.
Yeah, pick yourself up. It's how you cope with it afterwards, isn't it, really? We have shots as well of you taking Camilla around recently.
Oh.
Around the National Stud.
Yeah.
Lovely shot there.
Yeah. I knew her when I was in London when I was 17 and 18. And actually, I used to stay with her and her first husband when I rode at Badminton.
Really?
So
wow, so there's a backstory there.
There's a little bit of a backstory there.
Are you pals? Are you still pals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After your great victories this year, you said the same thing in a couple of them. I think you said not bad for 70. I hope you don't mind me saying that. I was reading an interview with Kate who said, my mother's going to be going another 20 years. She'll be going around the yard in her Zimmer frame. What is the plan for you?
I don't know. I'll keep going at the moment. I'm enjoying it. And when you're enjoying something, you know, keep going. And, you know, I've got great backup, you know, with Emma and Kate and Eamon and all the rest of the people in the yard. And, you know, when you've got backup like that, you feel like, I feel now that I do all the bits I really like. I don't have to do any of the nasty bits, or the bits that might make me work a bit harder. But no, I love it. It's a passion.
You still have dreams?
Oh,
in
plenty
racing?
of them.
Things you want to win?
Oh, yes. Oh, there's plenty of things we want to win.
There's no stopping this girl, is there?
No. Oh, no. And you know, my thing is to keep going and just enjoy it, because I enjoy every day. You get up and I go, and it's just so nice getting up every morning and looking at nice horses, and I know, and it is the passion.
Yeah, sounds like a lovely, idyllic lifestyle.
It certainly does. Jessica Harrington, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Jess, and congratulations on your sensational year.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.